truck, cab I should say. There's the hood of the cab and the front fender, and up there is a road where it must have driven off-road. Oof. And down there is another part of the car. Right there. Whew. Wow. This is a thermal geyser. Bit off the PCT. Smells like rotten eggs. This is Boiling Springs Lake. If you look super closely, you can see the water boiling. It's pretty neat. This has been probably one of the more challenging days. Not really because of train, but it's so hot. It's probably like 87 at this point. I stopped for lunch at a parking lot where my mom was parked, so there was a magical vehicle to take me wherever I wanted, so super tempting to just get up and leave the hike for a day and go to a cold restaurant or hotel. So I had like a 2-hour pity party sitting there in the parking lot eating lunch, just trying to motivate myself. Finally, I just got back on trail. There's only so much pity party you can do. So I've come 15 miles today, and Lassen Park rules are you have to cross through a 20-mile section of National Park. If you don't have a bear canister, you can't camp overnight in the park unless you stay in a designated campground, which I just passed. So I have at least 15 more to go until I can get out of Lassen Park. So it's gonna be a really long day. It's already 2 o'clock, so I expect to be walking till dark for sure. Kind of looks like faces in a way. Somebody with like a really big nose, and that's definitely a face right there. And that's a chin and a nose and an eyebrow. Made it through the bear canister closure as it's getting dark. Man, I slept like a rock last night, except for an hour when I lay awake listening to deer wandering around hoping they weren't bear, and then looking up at the dead trees and hoping they wouldn't fall on top of me. Yesterday was an incredibly long day. 30.8 miles. It's a personal record for me. Woohoo! But I hope to crush that record fairly soon in the near future. Headed into Subway Cave. Took a side trail off the PCT. This cave is formed from a lava flow tube that collapsed in on itself. So thousands and thousands of years ago, lava was flowing right where I stand. It's blissfully cold. I got my jacket just in case. Pumice from the lava that it dropped off as it cooled. Mount Shasta's in the distance there, covered by smoke. There is another fire called the Hat Fire up ahead. Apparently it's burning pretty close to the PCT, but it's not a threat, so they haven't closed the PCT yet. So we'll see what happens with that. It's like walking through the desert all over again. It is almost 6 o'clock in the evening and it is 100 degrees outside. Yeah, it sucks. Amazing trail magic. Tons of coolers filled with drinks and snacks. Perfect for a hot day. This is one of my favorite times of day to hike. This is also my favorite time to lay in my sleeping bag and snuggle in my tent. But I have about 3 more miles to go before I can do that. So I'll just enjoy the hike, I guess. You see that? Flat. No hills. That's exciting. I have a theory that all of these small hills used to be volcanoes because we are in an old volcano territory. So, wouldn't be surprised. $1,400 miles. Last stretch to Running Falls State Park, and from there I'm saying goodbye to California for the most part. I do have work I have to get to in September, so I have to jump up to the California-Oregon border to rejoin where I should be had I not taken off those 3 weeks to go up to Minnesota. So yeah, I'm about to do a big teleportation up to probably Seiad Valley, which is the last town in California, and yeah, I'll hike from there into Oregon. That's about where I should be, and then I can finish in September in time to go back to work. I do intend on finishing this section that I'm skipping though. It'll only be about 250 miles, I think, that it'll come out to that I'm skipping. So, yeah, it's kind of unfortunate that I have to skip a big chunk. It doesn't feel quite like a through hike if you have to skip like that, but that's okay. It's still a through hike. I'm still covering the miles. It's just gonna be a little wonky. All right, this is where I make my jump. Well, I have made the jump up to the very, very northern part of California, up to Seiad Valley. Tiny town, the last Californian town in California before heading to Oregon on the trail. So yeah, there's only 35 miles to Oregon. If I'm lucky, I'll get there by tonight. More likely, it'll be tomorrow. I got a 4,500 foot climb coming up. I'm not really sure where it is. I don't see a 4,500 foot hill, but I'm sure it's there somewhere. It's incredibly smoky. So, goodbye to my mom. She's headed back to home, and I am once again on my own. No longer slack packing with a heavy pack. I'm gonna have to get used to that again. Man, California is not letting us finish easy. I feel like I've been going uphill all day long. I'm exhausted. Last night in California. Tomorrow is Oregon.